What's up, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters, Canadian Caesar, Blue Rat 138, and Luis Henriquez. Thank you very much for your support, and if you want to support us on Patreon, click the link below in the description to find out more. Thanks again. Meme review. Wait. Do my eyes deceive me, gentlemen?
No, I think it's a real life healer. We're just discussing video game healers.
Dr. Phil, Dr. Philip on you. Sorry,
fill up on your soul.
Exactly. Well, yeah. I have no qualms against Dr. Phil. I've always found Dr. Phil funny in his own right, but I remember when he was a meme a few years ago.
I have qualms against Dr. Phil because of things he tried to convince my mom of when I was a small child that I then had to tell my mom why Dr. Phil was being a moron about.
Well, which was...
I'm pretty sure he's had something about video games at some point and how they're going to make people violent and shit, like dumb stuff like that.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
I honestly wouldn't either, because that was when he was heavily under the crux of network stooges that probably wanted to push that.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of people that believe that shit.
Yeah.
And here's the way I look at it. So, like, if I see a hot dog, maybe I'm going to eat the hot dog. Maybe I'm not going to eat the hot dog. But playing a video game with hot dogs in it doesn't make me any more likely to eat that hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
Just like any other thing. Like, people go crazy about Hot Wheels cars. There's people who are, like, legitimately crazed and maniacs about them. Do we need to ban Hot Wheels just because Fred down the street spent his life savings on Hot Wheels and couldn't stop buying them?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
like, the other thing is, like,
1982 Corvette.
if violent video games make you violent, then
You're fucked up some
driving
other way.
games where you drive like a fucking maniac are going to make you drive like a maniac in real life as well, and they just don't.
Wait,
It's not the violence in the
so by
in
that
video
logic,
game.
if I play Space Engineers enough, I can work at NASA.
Right?
Wait, so that means that if I play Overwatch enough, I'm going to be a badass, like, otherworldly person and a talking fucking gorilla. And depending on who you talk to in the science field, that's either truth or not.
If I play puzzle and logic games enough, then I should be able to get jobs that require a degree without having a degree because I'm just
Nick,
that smart.
Let's not forget, last year you played the Call of Cthulhu. That
Right.
means you know how to summon Cthulhu.
Yep.
Man, my hot dogs analogy was like shit.
Playing Call of
That was
Cthulhu makes you a
fucking terrible.
cultist.
No, honestly, that's not a poor analogy at all, Chad. You're
What
being
video
honest.
game do you have to eat hot dogs? We need to make one.
Oh, I know one.
I don't know for sure.
I think it's Fast Food Simulator.
Cool.
Fast Food Simulator.
But there you go. Do you think that the people who play Farming Simulator are really wanting to go out here and like do their own farms in real life? It's hard.
Well,
That's
it is.
hard work.
The only game that has ever made me want to do something in real life is Car Mechanic Simulator. Because if I had the money for tools and to go to mechanic school after I played that, I probably would, because it made me realize that working on cars is like working on giant puzzles, and I like that. And I would probably enjoy
But
that.
it'd just be like
So
violence in anything. Cowboys and Indians, Western movies. Did they have people going out in the streets and going, all right, it's the OK Corral. Let's do this. Let's drink whiskey and just like get our 6-shooters out in the middle of the street. Wildly popular. Okay? People weren't just doing that, dressing up like cowboys and going and having standoffs and shooting each other
No,
in the
cowboys-
street.
somebody
usually had
literally
trade that they
showed a
were-
graph, and they were like, here's countries with the top selling countries in terms of violent video games. Here's the top countries in terms of violent crimes. Well, the U.S. was third in terms of violent crime on that list. The next two on the top that sold above it, I think, were Korea and China, and their violent crime was way fucking lower than the U.S.'s.
Yeah, that's
so it's
not
like
our problem.
there was
people.
no link
Plus,
whatsoever.
what video
No
game is there
correlation.
that fucking simulates the shit these people are doing? Like,
Right.
the stuff that they're doing isn't even a video game. I think there was one that was on Steam that got banned that was like a school shooting simulator. Or
Oh,
whatever.
There's
yeah,
actually a
yeah.
Columbine
It got banned.
RPG.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's like, that is such a niche, like, such bullshit. Like, nobody really fucking cares about that. The main ones that they're pointing the finger at have nothing to do with it. A large majority of them are about killing people to serve the government.
Well,
Like Call of Duty and shit is like working for the fucking government. What your job would be.
oh, and not only
You know,
that,
like-
but Frank, I forget the guy's
ridiculous.
name, but he compared Bully, the Rockstar game Bully, he called it a Columbine simulator, to which I'm just like, bud, did you even play the game?
Right?
Do you not understand that it's not that there's not a
You don't
gun?
even get guns in that game.
Look,
No.
man, the Harry Potter
a
games
slingshot
were
at best.
more of a they at least shot fucking magic out of their wands in
Right.
school.
Yeah.
Like that's not. Bully was nowhere close to anything
No.
like that.
Yeah, I didn't
Bully
mean,
was
I
a
didn't mean to
character
turn this
study.
into a completely different subject
Yeah.
than what we were going for. But
Yeah, but
Dr. Phil did say some dumb shit back in the day that I remember telling my mom.
it's
And
not-
once I had an intelligent conversation with my mom about it, and she realized that that was a bunch of bullshit, then she, was like, okay, yeah, maybe Dr. Phil's not
my
right
mom
on
never
that.
thought that. My mom didn't really give a shit about the games that I played.
Same
As
here.
long as I didn't, I didn't like do anything violent, overly violent.
And maybe it wasn't that exact thing, but I do remember specifically Dr. Phil, my mom being like, Dr. Phil said this. And I'm like, well, here's why Dr. Phil's full of shit, Mom. And I explained it to her, and she was like, oh, okay.
Dr. Phil said the only way to properly digest butterscotch pudding is just to shoot it up your asshole.
I can agree with that because I don't want it to touch my
I've
tongue.
never heard that.
I know. I'm just
But,
Butterscotch is nasty. I'm sorry to anybody who likes butterscotch, but it is not appealing to me whatsoever.
Fair enough. All right. Well, we got the meme review that Dr. Phil is doing with one Felix Pewdiepie jailbird.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I'm still wondering if Dr. Phil is actually here with Felix because part of me just says this is clickbait to an extent.
Probably, but if it were, the like-dislike ratio would be a lot higher.
Maybe.
Yeah, my fingers are crossed.
Yeah. Let's see what we get. Meme review with Felix Chelberg, aka Pewdiepie.
Meme review is back, baby. Ooh, that feels good. Ooh, looking better than ever. Check out Jayden Dove. Link description. He made it. Namaste. Very nice.
Hey everyone, it's Dr. Phil here.
Did you guys hear that? Good time. Go need it, Scott. Just don't cut to the end, okay? Yes, he's hosting meme review. Yay! It finally happened. Without further ado,
There's no
let's
fucking
get
way.
into the memes. If you've been browsing the internet lately, chances are you've come across this image. Now it's an amazing image with an amazing reaction, but someone thought, hey, I can make it better. If I combine it with this confused, conflicted cat having a meal at a restaurant, absolutely creating the best combination of photos online. Absolutely beautiful. These photos together is making me lose it. And thus, the meme was born. Me accusing my cat of cuddling with other people when I come home drunk after bottomless brunch. You're supposed to love me! How could you do this? It works for doggers as well. Why aren't you sitting on my lap when we have guests? You're never that happy when I come home. Girls when they see spider, cringe. The spider. Whenever Marcia makes me kill a spider, I'm like, spider didn't do anything. The spider didn't do anything, Marcia. He's innocent. Video game causes violence. Me taking care of my fields with my
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Me having some weed in the Minecraft. Oh yeah. I've been playing Farming Simulator for 20 years, and I would never think about picking up an AR-15 and shoot down. That was a little dark joke, but it was funny. Thank you. When you become famous for your dissatisfied and confused face. But you're pretty cute and photogenic, actually. Wow.
Hey.
Nice.
Kind of fun. Damn. Is that the same cat? That's really cute. Passenger who left their bag inside the seat. Other passenger taking a in the same seat. What? German company invents subway seats against sheet bag. That's a toilet.
Oh, that's such a bad idea.
It's a thing. Video games causes violence. Me trying to follow traffic laws.
Yep.
That's the Team Rocket, Pikachu. I mean, it is a special Pikachu, isn't it? I was Team Rocket, I would try to get it as well. A new toothpaste is released. Dentist. This makes me really confused. I thought the cat's face is happy. Is it not supposed to be happy? I don't get it. Me whenever I get invited to something. Me whenever I'm not invited to something. What? How could you not invite me? I said no 50 times in a row and you just stop inviting me? What's up with that? I feel like we at least have to acknowledge that this is the superior one. As long as we all are aware, then it's fine. My parents telling me video game comments. Is this all it is now? Me playing Animal Crossing.
Pretty much.
Costco is now selling a 27-pound bucket of macaroni and cheese. My concerned family.
Wow.
What? You never bought a 27-pound bucket of mac and cheese? Why would anyone buy that? Oh, it's for like cafeterias and stuff, isn't it? Like school lunches.
Yeah.
And private use, of course. What? I can think of plenty of reasons to buy a 27-pound bucket of mac and cheese.
Dude,
Stop
you throw a
judging.
party.
Wanda blaming Thanos for everything.
Yeah.
That's good. When you're
He's
trying
like,
to
"Do I know
enjoy
you?"
your birthday meal and you see waiters clapping and walking towards
Yep.
you.
No.
I get it
Yeah.
now.
Like,
I
wait,
understand what this face is. This is
Yeah,
different. I
I've been
want
there.
something and I don't want something at the same time face. Is that an emotion? Because I think that summarizes pretty well. Like, when you're not invited to something that you actually didn't want to go to, that's the face you make. How dare they not tell the waiters, it's my birthday, but I don't want the attention. Congratulations, Cat. You've invented a new emotion. This meme gets, it's alright. It's not good. Yeah. I feel like it's only natural to transition from this point to my parents screaming at me that video games causes violence. Me building a house for my Minecraft dog.
Yeah.
Me hosting a gay wedding for my Minecraft dog.
We must stop the glorification of violence in our society. This includes the gruesome and grisly video games that are now commonplace.
Clearly.
He's so violent to that sheep's wool, man.
That farming machine was just no.
It really do be like that. 1 minute you're playing Minecraft, the next you're showing your cat your knife collection.
Right.
I'm shaking my head. I don't know why I said it instead of just shaking my head. Media complaining about violent video games. Me too afraid to pick rude dialogue options, thinking they would make the characters sad. Gamers jumping from being viewed as chubby 34-year-olds in their mom's basement to being viewed as terrorists by the media. Parkour! Parkour! Oh, wasn't it just Trump that said it? I'm confused. Gamers portrayed by the media in the 2000s. Gamers portrayed by the media in 2019. Things can change a lot in a couple of years. I'm a US politician. What does that mean? It means he's afraid of video games. No, it doesn't. Ooh, Minecraft. Stop it, Patrick. You're scaring him. Minecraft is terrifying, to be fair. So that actually makes sense. Oh my god, the tweet is real. Reggie.
There it is. That's the chart I was telling you about.
Nintendo. Facts are facts. See, I don't want to get too political. This is just a fun meme review show after all. But it seems irresponsible to take a really complex issue and just pivot it towards one thing. I'm not saying I have all the answers. I honestly don't know, but all I do know is that anyone that has played Sudoku needs to apologize right now. Gen Z kid develops asthma due to polluted air. Baby boomer who freaked the atmosphere. Video games. It's those damn video games. Alright, before this gets too hot, let's move on. Next meme. I'm rating this meme a pretty important meme. You know, people really undervalue the effectiveness of shaming people.
Where
It's
the
a tool
fuck is
that
Dr.
actually
Phil?
very good.
That's
We
what I
keep on
wanna
shaming
know.
people with bad opinions.
Done told you
Let's
guys.
go, gamers. They will never take away our
I know it.
pickaxes. Next,
I didn't think it was gonna happen either.
You guys-
Nate's the one who lied to us.
It's cool. I forgive. Since Dr. Phil is hosting bonus meme, oh, let's forgive him. It's okay. It's not really
Bonus
that
meme?
much of a meme, and it will probably be forgotten tomorrow, but it does make me laugh. Toothpaste exists. Dentist. Who is that one dentist that doesn't like the toothpaste? Toothpaste exists. Dentist. No. Colgate? No. What's wrong with it? No. Who is that one dentist and why? What's your freaking problem, dentist? I want to know. I want to talk to them. Dentist brand exists. 1 out of 10 dentists. I review you 0. Buy Vishka. Hey, that's me. I feel like they just put a random number in there just so it seems plausible. Like 100% of dentists. That doesn't seem right. No one's going to believe that. Let's just find one dentist that hates it. Alright. It's a stinky meme. Next. Meme. Terrifying fish. Walks on land. Breathes air. Threatens to destroy Australia. Now this is an Avengers-level threat. Jake Gyllenhaal saying this is an Avengers-level threat. It's a fantastic meme, and I really like it. It makes me laugh. Ender Dragon, Wither. Now this is an Avengers-level threat. Damn, you could do that? Oh yeah, of course you can. Could they fight each other? No. No, that wouldn't work. I need help for meme-worthy ways to fight the Ender Dragon, guys. Give me suggestions. Come on. Another Wither meme right after. Me after I just spawned the Wither into my world. Now this is an Avengers-level threat. True.
Yeah.
Preach it. Hello. Signs into Gmail from a different device. My Google account. Now this is an Avengers-level threat. I think this is how it started with the Thomas Tank Engine. I mean, that's honestly terrifying. Avengers, please do something about Thomas the Tank Engine. Teachers, when they see a student in a hoodie. Now this is an Avengers level.
No.
100%.
Wow.
Postman delivered something to my house. My dog.
Yeah.
If we don't stop global warming, there will be no 4/2069.
Damn.
Oh my god. Guys, please do something about global warming. I'll do anything. I won't use the plastic straws, I swear. Please. I need this. I could really use this. This reminds me of the zombie snail. Did you guys see that? That's an Avengers level, real
yeah,
Avengers
that's creepy
level
as
threat.
hell.
So apparently this snail has been taken over by a parasite, and it made its inside mimic maggots.
It's the same parasite my friend's band is named after.
So that a bird will come and eat it, and therefore keep spreading the parasite through the bird. It's an Avengers level threat. Avengers, if you're listening, please, if you're real,
This is so hammered,
stop
dude.
this. I don't like this.
That's creepy,
Now,
for
something
sure.
positive to
Worm is really
transition
pretty,
from
though.
that
It's like a
god
rainbow
I mean,
worm.
yeah.
I'm very
I
proud
don't
to
want to
present
like it, but
finally
my eyes are like
Dr.
it.
Phil.
Your eyes are like appealed by it.
Take it away, Doctor.
Hey everyone, it's Dr.
No
Phil
way,
here,
dude.
And I am hosting Meme Review.
Oh, okay.
He is!
I'm gonna
You
rate
didn't lie
these
to
as
us.
I go through. This is a pretty good contrast here, but I gotta tell you, what I do with Good Charlotte is my business. Hashtag delivery. I give that an 8 because it's a pretty good contrast. Yeah, floating water bottle, look at the eyes there. Dumbledore who? Who said wizards have to have hair? I could be bald. You could be bald and be a wizard. Okay, this one. I don't get it. It looks normal to me. I don't see the issue. Okay, now they made it green so Steve Harvey and I could share an M&M. That's all this is about. They just made it green so we could both be an M&M. They're just saving money, that's all. The third one after the floating bottle, I'd give about a 2. Green M&M, I give you an 8. Oh, another M&M. Melts in your mouth, not in your Timbs. Okay, this is definitely the ranch class photo of 2019. Yeah, whoever patched this together is definitely going to the ranch. What the hell is this? Is that Tommy the Train? I did not think Tommy the Train could look evil, but I think you got Tommy the Train looking evil. Teenage girls don't insult me. We understand each other. Just need to pack. Okay, this is like taking the holder off your phone. It feels really good for about 5 minutes, but then you want to put it back on. Okay, what is this? Am I pointing at the iron, or is that just... Oh, the iron has nothing to do with it, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, do not pass go, do not collect $200, do not ask Oprah if I'm right.
Go to the ranch.
This is better than the real Sonic Hedgehog, and it's definitely better than the one that they made. Okay, the ranch is definitely Paul Rudd's Fountain of Youth. I mean, he never gets older. He must be that. He must stay that way by going to the ranch. That's all I can tell you. Okay, too long, didn't read. Buddy, there are a whole lot better ways to cover up your search history than this. What is this? I ain't some city killbilly with a stick full of honeybees. Did they make make this up, or is that, well, it looks like autocorrect on closed captioning went really crazy, but if you're going to be flexing on my snout and you don't have honeybees with you, you better bring your lunch, because I take that real serious. Fetish fans can now buy silicone feet with built-in vaginas. What's wrong with people? Well, hey, they said the first
Agreed.
Agreed.
Agreed. What is wrong with people?
Who is this guy? Is this some wannabe on a fence or something? I don't even know who this guy is. Was this a headdress? Yeah, I love this. You ought to see my chest hair. Okay, see, this is a dog that has found his best life. This dog is living his best life. He's just very much ahead of his time. I like the way he rolls.
Yeah, sideways.
He's reacting to my favorite Dr. Phil meme.
Dr. Phil dressed up like Kid Rock. Okay, we might as well get this straight right now. Clark Kent and Superman have been pulling this off for years. You've never seen them in the same.
Awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Dr. Phil's the man, dude.
I think I'll forgive Dr. Phil for having to explain crap to my mom and my
It's
childhood.
part of my ritual, man. In the morning, a lot of times, I wake up and make bacon and eggs and watch Dr. Phil because it's fucking hilarious. It's crazy.
Just the fact that he's just like, Clark Kent and Superman have been pulling this off for so long.
He is Kid Rock, man. Now you have to believe it.
It's like, it all makes sense now. Whoa.
Same room together. Have you ever seen Kid Rock and me in the same room together? I'm just saying.
Not that I know of.
Another one? Oh, this is me, all right. Hey, I'm just trying to get some of that Bob with the Bob money. Hey, thanks for having me on tonight. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Phil. And you can follow me on all other socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all at Dr. Phil.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude.
That was good.
No
I
doubt.
think Pewdiepie just got replaced on his own show, man.
Maybe. He might have. Jesus Christ. Damn, Felix. I think you got some stiff competition there, bro.
Yeah. Stiff upper lip with that stash on.
Yeah, a stash.
Power stash just graced your fucking camera.
Yeah.
Every time I also think about Dr. Phil, I also remember the whole Dr. Phil murdering people video.
That's right. I remember that.
You have to get your life together.
Don't run.
Craziness.
Indeed, it very much craziness.
Dude, hand chosen by Oprah.
Yeah, old Harpo herself.
When you're that much of the man, that's saying something. When Oprah's just like, hey, big bald white guy, get your ass over here.
Yeah. And then eventually Oprah was just like, he's actually getting too popular. I don't like this. And then she's like, this guy here, I forget his name. It's leaving me now. A lot of people said that he was the replacement for Dr. Phil because, people didn't take Dr. Phil serious anymore. And then Dr. Phil's just like, when the hell did this come about? It's like, because I'm not done. I'm not done. I mean, I'm still wanting to save people's lives just because Oprah don't like me no more.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened to cause them to break off from each other, but Dr. Phil used to be a big part of her show, man.
Mm-hmm. Of course he was. And then she went off the air and he took off, and a lot of people say that he's not going to say better than Oprah, but he's still doing the stuff where he tries to help people. Whereas, I remember, everyone has that era where they do the shock TV thing. They do the Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer was funny as shit.
Yeah, it was.
Till it was scripted.
Exactly. And then, of course, there was the time when Bill Burr actually talked about this. He's like, I didn't get when Oprah had Lance Armstrong on her program and was talking to him about all the, how could you do this? How could you go through this? What does your mind go through? And he's like, you think she doesn't know what it's like to do anything to get to the top? I mean, For God's sakes, for like a year, for like the first 5 years or so on her show, didn't she have like these midgets who wanted to bang their neighbor's mailman or some shit like that?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, and guess what? She stood on the heads of those little people and rose to the top. She did it like that. And she doesn't understand why Lance Armstrong would do that, why he would do all that. Like, lady, you went through the exact same thing. It's just, you're shitty at riding a bike.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Gripping in the dirt. Working through the mess.
You know,
I
and
guess.
here's a lot of people shit on Lance Armstrong. You know what? Maybe he does have the right to be shit on, but you know what? The whole sport deserves to be shit on because the top like 100 guys out of the entire field, all 10 years that Lance competed, all tested positive. So it's not just
and
Lance.
he also lost his testicle.
Yeah. So our roided up guy beat your roided up guy. I can't claim that. That's
our
Bill
roided up
Burr.
guy lost a nut.
Yeah.
Thanks, Oprah.
Harpo.
I'm blaming everything negative on Oprah. Now I have an agenda.
So you're
against
pulling
Oprah.
an Obama. You're pretty much pulling a thanks Obama instead it's thanks Oprah.
No, I'm pulling a fuck Oprah for trying to fuck Dr. Phil Oprah.
Well,
What would my mornings consist of? Dragon Ball Super, probably. But anyway,
good replacement. Good replacement.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I mean, Dragon Ball Super is a lot of fun.
it's hilarious.
For you, you said you actually like the comedy better in it than you did in Dragon Ball Z because it's a lot more Dragon
Yeah,
Ball.
I like it about. It's a little lower than what Dragon Ball was, but it's closer than Dragon Ball Z was to the funny stuff.
Well, yeah. But hey, I'm glad you like it.
It's good
And-
shit.
So, all right, this meme review, we thought, at first y'all were just like Dr. Phil ain't here. Told
Yeah,
you
I
it
was mad
clickbait.
because you told us he was, and then he wasn't. I was like, damn you.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden here at the end, he just reveals
redeemed.
himself and the mustache, and
Yeah, I got to admit I was wrong on that one.
that's fine. That's fine.
I was surprised. I thought maybe I'm hopeful, but I highly doubt it. That's a rich mother.
Yeah, he is.
Well, not that PewDiePie's not.
Well, Pewds has his own amount of wealth, but it's not as diversified as Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil's diversification of his wealth is immense. I mean,
The man is a superstar.
Yes,
Let's
he
just be
is.
real.
Yeah, let's be real here.
I'm looking forward to the album he puts out with Good Charlotte.
That's true. Yeah.
That's gonna be cool.
If I ever liked Good Charlotte, I would. But
Yeah.
Lifestyles of the rich and the famous.
It would make sense for him to be on the Young and the Hopeless album.
Yeah, 'cause-
I'm Dr. Phil, here for the Young and the Hopeless.
Yeah. So, good Charlotte, tell me, what makes you tick? And then all of a sudden, that's when the first song starts.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah, and then at the end, he's just like, "Now I think we can do something with that. Let's work around this and see what lies at the crux of this entire operation." Yeah, I could see that. So, anyway, that was Dr. Phil hosts the meme review with PewDiePie. Mr. Felix himself. And if you all liked what you saw here and you want to see the original, I mean, link is in the description down below. Feel free to check out Dr. Phil also. I mean, the guy has a channel with over 4 million subscribers, and Chad watches him every day, pretty much.
I like Dr. Phil.
You like Factor Dill?
And it's just more so his reaction to just the absolute absurdity that the people that come on his show are dealing with. It is always some crazy
I'm just
shit.
surprised. Actually, he was on the Joe Rogan Experience a few months ago, and they talked about Cash Me Outside Girl.
I don't even want to talk about that. We're going to waste our breath and time doing that.
You're right, we are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this whole thing with Dr. Phil, I'm glad Felix was able to get him in to do these meme reviews. Ever since he's been talking like, Elon Musk, Ben Shapiro, all these people to do meme reviews with him. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome that he's actually doing stuff like this and he's bringing people on that are actually really funny and can do a damn good job of doing stuff like this. I was surprised Dr. Phil, he embraced the Kid Rock meme.
Yes. I mean, how do you deny that? First off, the resemblance is
Uncanny.
yes, it's crazy.
Yeah, also he's just like, Clark Kent and Superman pulled off the exact same thing for years and years.
Yes, they did.
Have you ever seen me and Kid Rock in the same room? I don't think so. God. So if you want to see more from us, ladies and gentlemen, there's a subscribe button right below Chad and Nick's feet, and also a little bell that you can ring down there to stay notified anytime we put out a new video. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chad.
And we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.